Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another episode of Askgufish. Let's just jump straight into your questions. What do you think about the Epiphone Peter Frampton Phenix limited edition Les Paul? I think it's really cool, but also kind of ugly. So the latest limited edition Les Paul from Epiphone is a Peter Frampton signature model. It's based off of his very famous 1954 Phenix Gibson Les Paul Custom. Now the story behind that guitar is kind of amazing. Frampton received it in 1970 as a gift from a friend after not being happy with feedback issues on stage with his ES335. He played it constantly until 1980 when it was lost and believed destroyed in a tragic cargo plane crash. Except somehow the guitar did survive and was rediscovered when it was brought in to a local luthier who identified it from the damage and the 3 humbucker configuration. Finally, in 2011, Frampton was reunited with the guitar that had been presumed lost for decades. I mean, that's just insane. Now, the goal for Epiphone was to make the guitar that the Phenix would have looked like brand new. For specs, we've got a weight-relieved mahogany body with a maple cap, a long tenon mahogany neck with a custom Phenix profile, which I have to imagine is relatively thick, and a 22-fret ebony fingerboard. Epiphone strap locks, Grover tuners, standard Les Paul fare. The main draw for this Les Paul is that it comes with 3 Epiphone humbuckers, a ceramic Pro in the bridge, a Pro Bucker 2 in the neck, and a Pro Bucker 3 in the middle. Now I've got a special place in my heart for 3 humbucker models. So as you may or may not know, for a long time growing up, my main guitar was an Epiphone G400 Custom with the 3 humbucker configuration. And I wanted a matching Les Paul, so living in China I actually bought a knockoff Ace Frehley signature model in black. That was hot garbage. I'll be honest, it looks cool, but I don't find the middle humbucker very useful. It's muddier than the bridge pickup, it's not creamy enough for leads compared to the neck pickup. I could never really figure out what to do with it. Eventually I swapped it out with the Seymour Duncan Fat Cat, and with the 3 humbucker Harley Benton that I have, I put in a custom wound Buddha P94. I find when I blend that in with the volume knob, it adds a bit of single coil sparkle, which is great for cleans. The other thing about a middle humbucker, if you're not used to it, and I heard Andrew Baina mention this in his review of Stephen Carpenter's 7-string, it can also get in the way of your picking. I was always hitting it with my pick, and it's really annoying. It's part of the reason why I use these tiny Jazz 3 picks and why I have a really shallow picking technique. Like, can you imagine playing Lamb of God rhythms and the pick hits the middle humbucker with every stroke? No thank you. So it's a cool, unique configuration, but it's not for everyone. Now on a personal note, I'm not a huge fan of how the guitar looks. There are just too many colors going on for me. The black finish, white binding, cream plastic appointments, except the switch tip, which is white for some reason, gold hardware, and a different shade of gold for the speed knobs. I don't know, it just seems like a hodgepodge of parts. It doesn't seem like it all fits together. I get that it's a signature model, it's based off a famous guitar, and Epiphone says the goal of it was to give you what it would have looked like when Frampton himself first got his, but I don't know, something about it just looks wrong. Now factory aging can be a controversial call. I love the pre-road-worn vintage aesthetic, but then a lot of other people want to break in the guitar themselves. But I think this is the perfect opportunity for Epiphone to do their first relic model, maybe a light relicing job, not a recreation of all the plane crash damage. For me, it could have really brought everything together. It's like an old, well-loved guitar that's been customized over years of playing, whereas the one they're selling, I just think it looks weird as a brand new model. But that's just my opinion. It's not going to stop them from selling like hotcakes. So what are your thoughts on the new Frampton model? Love it? Hate it? Poll in the top right. Would love to see how the Gibson double cut compares to a slick SL59. I would love your thoughts on slick guitars in general. I've been so intrigued by slick guitars since I saw them appear on Corey Mura's channel a few months ago. It's a brand started by Earl Slick, a guitarist who's most well known for his collaborations with David Bowie, John Lennon, and Yoko Ono. Currently there are 6 different slick models. There's the SL50, which is like a slimmed down T-style guitar with a stop tail. There's the SL51, which is more like your standard T-style, pick guard, control scheme, everything like that. Being that I'm a massive single cut fan, I'm most interested in the SL52, which has an LP Junior vibe. There's the SL54, which is like a single humbucker Strat with a hardtail, and the SL54T, which is the same guitar but with a tremolo. The SL57 is your more traditional Strat with 3 single coils. The SL59 is a lot like the LPJ double cut I had on the channel recently with its single P90, while the SL60 has dual P90s. Now all these guitars come with graphite nuts, brass saddles, brass tuning keys, bronze gears, and are hand-aged from the factory. That includes the hardware, the pickups, everything. Swamp ash bodies, Canadian maple necks, rosewood fingerboards, they're incredibly affordable, and most importantly, they come in seafoam green. They're exclusively distributed by Guitar Fetish in the US at about $200 each. I'm not a huge fan of the headstocks or the logo, but based off the specs alone, I'd love to take a look because they seem too good to be true. Now, I have reached out to Guitar Fetish and they say they do not have any interest in establishing relationships with YouTubers. Fair enough, but this kind of goes back to what I was talking about last week. This happens a lot where manufacturers either don't respond to emails, or in this case, for one reason or another, don't want to send stuff that you guys want to see on the channel. Now, last week when I was talking about Solar guitars and how they don't have enough inventory for YouTube reviews, I floated the idea of if there were enough supporters on Patreon, I'd take those funds, you'd be able to choose a guitar from any brand, Slick, Diamond, Jericho, Solar, whatever. I'd buy it like any other customer would, review the guitar as it came to me out of the box, and then give it away to one of you. Now, there was a ton of interest in that idea, so today I'm announcing that yes, we're trying to make it happen. So here's the deal of what I'm proposing. Every month, the patrons will be able to collectively choose a guitar, any brand, that you want to see a video of. After the video is done, there can't be a straight giveaway because that's like considered an illegal lottery, which is a really bad thing. The prize has to be rewarded based off skill. So there's gonna be a free monthly contest for patrons, something super simple like a themed photo contest. Everybody's got a smartphone nowadays. I'm still working on specifics, but it's gonna be something with a very low barrier to entry. So any patron can win the guitar based off of creative skill, not technical skill. Unfortunately, these contests would be open, at least initially, to US residents only. This is because contest regulations kind of vary from country to country, and also a lot of what you guys want to see has at least some rosewood, which makes it expensive and complicated to send outside of the US. Stuff like the Diamond Bolero, Wolf guitars, Slick, there's far too many models right now that still come with rosewood. So yeah, if you're outside the US, I'd still encourage you to check out my Patreon page anyways. You can still support what I'm trying to build with the honest reviews, get perks like MP3s and tabs, and have a part in choosing the guitar for the month. Just right now, I can't make the monthly contests open to addresses outside of the US. I'm still looking into it, and I want to open it up worldwide soon. I just can't at the beginning. And that's even assuming enough people sign up, because if not, this whole thing just isn't feasible. And a last second update, it's just been reported that CITES might exempt finished musical instruments from licensing requirements. So we might see that change in the next couple of months. I'll keep you guys updated. It's ambitious, but if we hit 300 patrons, you guys get to choose a guitar with an MSRP of up to $600. So that's like a low-end Diamond or like a Chapman Standard. And if we hit 500, you guys get to choose a guitar up to $1,000. So that's Solar territory or LTD black metal guitars. Those are just suggestions I hear a lot. Again, what you guys choose is totally up to you. And any more than that, I guess we'll see. If you want to choose an Ibanez or whatever, nothing I can do about it. It's completely your call. And I would hope that most people sign up to support me as a creator and help dictate the direction of the content, but I'm not naive. I know people love entering contests for nice new guitars. So yeah, go. Link is in the cards and in the description. If enough people sign up, monthly contest to win shiny new guitars, we're doing this. Gonna be looking through hundreds of photos a month. Can't wait. Let's do it. Would you do a review of the EMG Retro Active Hot 70s or a guitar loaded with them already, like the Sun Valley Super Shredders from Schecter? Yeah, for some reason the EMG Retro Actives haven't been talked about that much, but they're pretty interesting. The basic premise is a traditional humbucker experience, but in an active package. That means classic tones, but with the benefits of active pickups, i.e. no noise, no hum, no buzz. On the humbucking front, there are 3 sets available right now: the Fat 55, the Super 77, and the aforementioned Hot 70. The Fat 55 set consists of 2 PAF-based humbuckers with Alnico 5 magnets. The Super 77 set is inspired by classic hot-rodded pickups with ceramic magnets, and the Hot 70 set, if I understand correctly because there isn't a lot of information about them on the internet, is a combination of the two, with a ceramic bridge and an Alnico 5 neck. Right now they're only available in open coil form with black, zebra, red, and red and black color options. No covers yet for some reason, which is disappointing. They're also only for sale in sets, so you can't mix and match, say, a ceramic neck with an Alnico bridge without buying both sets, or like an 81 in the bridge with a retroactive Fat 55 in the neck. Then for single coil options, they have a T52 Tele set, the Crossroads set, which I guess is blues oriented, then the Maverick set, which is geared towards surf rock. They're not available as stock options in many guitars yet. The only ones I could find from a very, very quick Google search are the Schecter Sun Valley models that Jacko mentioned in his tweet. These are like Schecter's answer to Charvel. Speaking of which, I am still trying to get that Shell Pink DK24 on the channel, just hasn't been in stock at Sam Ash yet. Has absolutely nothing to do with this question, just want to remind you guys that I do take your poll feedback into account. Anyways, the Sun Valley series has a few different models. There's the Super Shredder FR, which starts at $630. It has a mahogany body, bolt-on maple neck, Floyd Rose special hot rod tremolo, spoke wheel truss rod adjustment system, and 24 extra jumbo frets. There are 4 finishes. White and Lambo Orange come with rosewood fingerboards, while black and Seafoam Green have maple boards. I really like the Seafoam Green one, even though that definitely looks more like a blue to me. These come with the retroactive Hot 70 set. though there are versions with Sustainiacs in the neck. The only other Schecter I've had on the channel was an absolute blast, even though the bridge pickup just kind of fell out. It was the Keith Merrill MK2 FRS, and the Floyd Sustainiac combo was just, I mean, it was so much fun. Then there are the Super Shredder 3s, which have mostly the same specs, but with Aurora Burst or Skyburst quilt maple tops, and Floyd Rose 1500s. These ones come with 3 pickups, a Hot 70 in the bridge, and then 2 retroactive single coils. It doesn't say whether they're Mavericks or Crossroads. I would guess Mavericks, but I could be wrong. Truth be told, I generally don't do solo pickup demos because they take just as long as guitar demos, but get much fewer views. The exception is with signature sets like the Kirk Hammett Bonebreakers. That got an abnormally high amount of traffic, because Metallica. That being said, EMG told me anything I need, they'd be happy to send over, so how much actual interest is there in the Retro Actives? I can throw them into my new Tremonti, thank you PRS, after I'm done making that video, or I can try getting my hands on a Sun Valley. My experience so far with Schecter on the channel has been mixed, but enough people seem into them that I'd be down to give them another shot. So what do you think? Poll in the top right. And that'll do it for this week's episode of Ask-a-Fish. Do me a favor, and if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Your thoughts on anything discussed are always appreciated in the comments. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. Again, please check out the Patreon page. The monthly contest is something that I really want to make happen for you guys, but I do need your help for it. All links are below, including social media and our Discord server, which you should definitely join. As always, thanks so much for watching. You've been awesome, and I'll see you for the next video.